Howdy, y'all. I'm from the South, and I can probably count on two hands how many times I've said y'all, naturally. So, what's up, folks? Howdy. How you doing? Hope you're treating yourselves well, and of course others. My name is Clair. Born and raised Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, I'm done. Stop. Today we're speaking on mixed messages, maybe, but it seems like it might have, just mixed messages. You may be coming out of a period of coming to a realization that something is not for better. You could have been working on something and you're having to give up on it. In essence, you're realizing with the ace. So maybe for lack of prior knowledge, you have in essence failed. Perhaps not, maybe it's just the battle, not the war. Like, you will be able to get whatever you're trying to attain, but a lack of planning or proper engagement, some sort of it's a Two of Swords in reverse as well. So I think maybe you hesitated in some way. It could be within your heart sphere, so something that you felt too emotional about in some way, and it kind of clogged your ability to make a on-the-spot decision. Maybe you made a rash decision, maybe you made a too slow decision, but something had been faulty due to lack of work and thinking that you had it. Like, maybe you thought naturally it would come to you. You were feeling maybe foolish about the situation. This is the Fool, but it has the same pyramid head as the Fool. I really enjoy this actual card. The Fool in general is a pretty decent omen of having wonder about something, which can get you pretty far, like having a good attitude, a childlikeness. Maybe you were good at going down lanes that naturally prescribed to you. Like, you might feel only attracted to things that have worked in your favor. Maybe you have a good sixth sense or good thing. I think that you don't necessarily fall into temptation or into gluttony. Maybe you're just someone who gets a lot of second chances or retries. You could have favor in a lot of ways. You could have been treated nicely by what seems like your surroundings, but it's like a dichotomy of also a lot of people have treated you bizarrely or strangely. Maybe you are definitely philanthropic. I think you are trying to learn how to grow with people, grow stability with others. I think you are seeing love work for others, even if it seems like a facade. This was the King of Pentacles. I think you might be seeing some sort of growth in reality of yours, be it a strength or a communication skill. You have been kind of in the ring in some sort of way, maybe figuring out what your life can be about, or maybe you've been failing this whole time, and there's a sense of like you've been busy and it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad on you. You have certainly held your ground. The Ten of Swords keeps on showing its ugly head in a lot of my readings. So it seems like people have just been going through it a lot. I think it's a chaos factor. I don't know if this has still been in the air, but there are times of judgment where the land is brought on by... It feels like, in my mind, when I think about it, it feels like what you would consider like a plague, because it's just like something being cast over everyone. But it is truly like an enlightenment of like everything coming to the surface. Like, you know how for some reason like worms and snails come out when it rains. So I think like everything is showing its head, showing itself in certain ways. Things are being pulled to the surface. I'm hearing things are being dried out, so maybe you need to attest to a different sort of lifestyle or tending to yourself in a different way. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I think that you might be a little hard on yourself when you don't see results very quickly. You could be one of those people that is very savant-like, or just like really good at situations. I know that seems really vague, but it seems like you're just very strong-willed, and you see the nature of, if you put effort into it, it's going to work. And maybe you have a good idea of like what is yours to be had, so you feel like you only go towards things that are attainable. Maybe you've been kind of rocked with something that's been a little harder, and you're kind of wondering like, do I give up, or do I stay, or do I go, like, kind of thing. Do I continue as I have and see if it's going, like, maybe you've been thinking about this, or maybe you're kind of considering like, how do I take time in order to gain better knowledge of what's occurring around me. Maybe you don't like being caught off guard. Maybe it's a sense of you're having to diffuse a lot of conversations or a lot of situations. Maybe you're feeling proud, or maybe you're just feeling like, okay, this is how it goes. Maybe this is how we go about things. Maybe this is the way I'm growing, is because we have people that we love and we care about that do not see eye to eye with us. We have people that, it's the Four of Swords, by the way. We have people that need to be around us, or that will continue to be around us, that we cherish or care about in some way or another, maybe respect, maybe even have love for, but we might not see the same things as them. And maybe it's up to us to figure out how to not judge others, or if you feel like you don't want to teach at all, you just want to be okay with this person, that the Four of Wands, there is a coming together through difference. You can love a lot of things about someone and not have to see strides to like make people conform to a way that you are. If it really bothers you, then maybe go about talking to people like they are your friends. Like, sometimes when we know people are there for us, or will always be there or around us, or have to be in a sense, we get annoyed more frequently with them. We have a shorter temper with them, or a shorter fuse. We tend to expose ourselves to people like for better, and like, because they see every side of us, so we tend to show ourselves to the people that we know will be around in the end. Some can even teeter into taking advantage of people's caring for you or theirness. Like, surroundedness. Like, just because you're in the vicinity, you're gonna get these hands, or like you're gonna get this mouth, like you're gonna get this attitude, and I'm sorry, I'm taking it out on you. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to not do that, because the Four of Wands I've been getting this as well, and it's a glorious sign of like reuniting, being around people for the long haul, knowing that you're gonna have to make it work with these people, or finding people that are gonna be with you for a while, or help you in some way, form or fashion. The Nine of Cups, I think that there's upheaval, maybe over time. The path is not always clear, and certainly if you are not paving it, it's never, like, that might seem obvious, but like in life, it might not be as obvious as what I'm saying, you know, like you might be going through something and you're like, this is so difficult, but the Nine of Cups, you have to work for that last cup. You have to work for the Ten of Cups. It might, even when I'm saying that now, it seems like maybe you feel like that's not yours to be had, or maybe you feel like it's too easy, too tempting, too lazy to go about something and have all the things that you desire. Maybe it seems overwrought, maybe like trite, just not like you might feel really realistic, no matter if you like magic or the occult. Just like if you are numbers and math or whatever you tend to lean towards, I think there is a sense of like, am I really going to be happy? Am I really going to find my way? Is there really going to be more? Is there a Ten of Cups, or is that just a fallacy for people to not want to end it all, or, you know, like to be for chaos not to take over? They tell us that you can be happy one day or you can have it all, but I think that there is a sense of like I think that there is a sense of just relaxing, taking some breaths. I think that seeing yourself as a part of, I'm hearing nature, but if seeing yourself as a part of maybe just like in the shower, take a few deep breaths, or in silence, maybe look up if you're having to like commute it in some way, if you're not driving, like if you're on a bus, or like if you're walking, if you have the luxury of like viewing your surroundings, maybe just like look up more frequently. The sun, maybe life is trying to round off your edges in some way, like burn your senses down a little bit, maybe just trying to show you new colors, new flavors. So there is a sense of, with the King of Swords, maybe it came out like this, with him. Is he staring? No. Yeah, he is. This way. Oh my gosh, that was difficult. So maybe you're just like very confused, maybe kind of looking at things more deeply, or seeing like you're listening to songs and you're like hearing the lyrics differently than you have ever. Things are coming to you. You're seeing a lot of synchronicities, but you don't even subscribe to that sort of notion. You just feel like, when are things gonna leave me alone, but also when am I gonna figure this out? It seems maybe life is trying to like pick at you or push you in some way, because you are the King of Swords, which tends to be someone who has a lot, is pretty sturdy in a lot of senses, so is maybe not as intricate, maybe sees things in like more black and white, or sees things as being a certain way, so learns, and like you learn you are well adjusted in the things that you want to know or have acquired, but there's a sense of life is going to show you something. It's like, come over here for a second, let's look at this. And it's kind of funny because it's like it almost might feel kind of scary. Maybe you're feeling more inclined to learn maybe self-defense or be more aware of your situations, maybe be more tactical, preparedness, survival skills. Maybe you're gonna go camping or want to go camping, something about nature but in a more brutal way, it seems, is coming for you. Or you might be needing, or sounds cool or interesting. I'm hearing something about trampolines, maybe even like skydiving if that's for you, scuba diving. Maybe you're looking into space more frequently. Something about like sound frequencies. You could be hearing a lot more sound frequencies in your head, or like hearing more things occurring, but like inner ear stuff, or just you're hearing a lot more noise. Maybe look into I think there's a thing with silence. There's something with silence for sure. The Five of Wands, if you're fighting some sort of annoyance or if a silent battle of sorts, maybe with people or without people, wanting to engage with others, or you're starting to see the merit in speaking your truth, or looking upwards, being more optimistic, or just like speaking more, even if it's not about the certain thing, maybe just like opening up to people in other ways or small ways is just relieving in some sort or way. So you gotta know I love you, and I wish you the best of luck. Hi. Pile 2, this is Mixed Messages. I'm so thrilled you've decided to join us. So, shall we begin? You could be feeling, that came in really hot, so maybe it comes out of nowhere, or you're feeling like something is weird as of lately, like the times are like testing you, or something has gotten into people or the situation. I feel like I don't know if I ever explained I tried to explain this to the pile. I don't know if I like finished it or whatever, but I've talked about this a lot, how things come upon the land in a sense of like judgment is out for us, or people are seeing a lot of, I don't want to call it karma because people roll their eyes, but it's like a sense of like what you've been putting out, you're kind of getting back in the atmosphere. But there's a sense of this is a time of test, like the devil is showing up. So I think, but it feels like it's kind of in the air. Like it feels like you're being tempted. Like you might have things that are like reoccurring people that are coming to tempt you, or situations that are coming to tempt you. Maybe you fall back into ideas or styles, something that doesn't really serve your highest good. Maybe you feel like you're getting away with something when you don't get punished for this action, or when you're doing it, you're like, this could catch up to me in some way. Just not knowing if it's for better. Maybe you're giving in to a hateful nature, or you're like half showing your thoughts or half giving what you know. You could be growing something, but you're acting a different way, keeping things under wraps. But in this certain instance, it might be folding the naturalness of it. Like you could be working on something in secret, but the fact that it is a secret is making it more complex or growing weird. It might just be more emotional than necessary because of the situation, how it's been built. The ground it's been built on could be kind of firm, but it's still maybe, I just got like the idea of like sinking into cement, or like quicksand. But it's like it's like a surface of some sort of liquid that, like, if you walk fast on it, you can get through it pretty quickly. But if you go slowly, you kind of sink into it, making it far more difficult than it needed to be or could have been. With the Three of Cups, I think that there is an emotional upheaval to be had, mainly through other people. Let's see, actually. King of Cups, maybe you are looking for what you like in your surroundings, maybe looking into new people, maybe to hook up with, maybe, or in a dating sense, you're kind of exhausting all of your options. The King of Cups, I think you are a veteran in the field of being emotional, or providing emotion to people, even if you aren't fully delved in the situation. You certainly can make people feel at home. I think you are finding a way to get through your situation. Maybe you are seeing that there needs to be change. Maybe you don't know how to change at this instance, so you're taking everything lightly as you can. Maybe you're dredging forward. It might not feel good, or maybe you're finding out things along the way that are just kind of like setting you back emotionally, but you feel emotionally towards the situation. Like the Ten of Cups, but in reverse, I think that you feel very strongly that you need to address something or work towards an idea, a system, a lifestyle, a way of being, but heavily on the Ten of Cups comes with the weight of feeling what could be those Ten of Cups in reverse. Like, I don't think you necessarily think or want to think the negatives in a day-to-day basis, but you are aware that the possibilities, like, you might have seen or felt a lot of bad things, so you know they're capable of happening. Maybe you have like anxieties towards something that you've been through in life at some point, and it for worse has really managed to stick in your psyche. So you could have so much knowledge in like many ways. You take advice well, you are highly educated, doesn't matter if it's professionally or not, but there's a sense of like you have an emotional side, you have a stable side, you can keep secrets, you can keep love, you're constantly changing, you will take criticism, but still something is folding. You are being overlooked, and or you feel misguided in a sense of like, where is anything? Maybe you're not seeing signs of life in any way. Like, you love people, you love being in like this world in a sense. Maybe you don't love everything, but you see that there's a buildable sense. You have an awareness towards optimism. Nothing seems so bad, even if you have a lot of secrets or a lot of things that you've overcome. Nothing is that bad. It's the Three of Wands. Nothing is there that you can't try, and if you do try and it fails, you have a sense, you look good, so nothing is ever going to really fail you. You might fail, but nothing is going to fail you, and that means like you're gonna be there, you're gonna learn, you're gonna overcome until something takes you out, and till that day comes, you're gonna it's gonna keep going. That is Temperance, I think your emotional state is sturdy. It is well bound to your spirit. I think your mind, body, and spirit might be very aligned, even if it has like curviness to it. You could have a very strong sense of like emotion, but you could be like almost like a nuisance to people because you are so well put together. Maybe you just are like the total package, but for some reason there's just life has not provided you with a partner, or you seem like the perfect package. You seem like the jack of all trades. When you're sad, you're sad. When you're happy, you're happy. You're visibly all these things out loud. You don't have like a super dark side, even if you have seen a lot of bad things in people. That doesn't stick with you. You're not that kind of person. You're probably very well-rounded, easygoing. King of Swords doesn't really... You've gotten a lot of moons, like a ton of moons. I think that there's a softness to you. There's an understanding of cycles in all ways of life. Maybe you give out really good advice. 17 could be important to you. 5 could be important to you. 5, 6 could be important. 66. You could like cats a lot. You could just have like a suaveness. Maybe you have a lot of suitors, maidens, whatever you are interested in. I think there's a lot of possibility. You could be dating in secret, dating out loud. You could be looking finally into dating after finding wealth or commitment to yourself. Maybe you've just now come to a place where you're feeling like dating again, or actually giving it the good old try. Coming out of a time of where you might have given up or just try like work, busyness. Page of Wands. I think you have new ideas towards the bedroom, perhaps. Maybe you're interested in trying new things in the bedroom, open-minded to I think that you probably worked on your body, or maybe just feeling more confident about what you have to offer. It kind of feels like this is an age of people being more open-minded, so maybe you're feeling like people would be able to attain the things that you're trying to get romantically. Like, I'm thinking a lot like in the bedroom though, so maybe you are feeling more confident to speak on what you could be interested in, or you're just like really wanting to try something. You could be very aroused lately, or as of the Queen of Wands as well, or Queen of Swords. I just think that there is a strong passion in your life, and feminine traits also ideals with creativity, which ideals with like passion and sexual nature. So I think you are having like an unlocking of sexual energy. Maybe people are thinking about you a lot in a romantic sense, or maybe you are just looking good or feeling good. There's a romance or a more creative sense to you. So there's a need to stabilize your creativity with what could be finance. Maybe you're wanting to have fun, so you're needing to balance out some more financial aspects of your life, or balance your spreadsheets in some way. Maybe figure out how to maintain the things that you want, or figure out the things that you truly want in order to maintain a more stable lifestyle. Like give up certain things that you thought you were doing for better, but you're realizing that you no longer need them. It's the Queen of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. It really makes me think that you might be like reorganizing things in your place so that you're utilizing space better. Maybe you used to like hold on to a bunch of stuff, but you're giving away some things, or just organizing better, finding ways to put things away taking care of things more frequently. Maybe you realize you're more harsh with the high priestess on your surroundings or like objects, and it's kind of translating, and like maybe you're feeling like you could touch things better, like maybe in a sense of like your mind, you could be more soft in the things that you think towards others and yourself. The things that you say could be of lighter tone, or like maybe give your opinion less, or give your opinion more. Just finding a lightness, maybe taking your emotions out of situations, so when you do give your opinions, it is more lighthearted, less in your thought process, more in just coming out naturally out of a place that's just like wanting to give advice or freely speak. Maybe you're wanting to think about new things, engage in new kinds of conversation. Just a rearranging in mind, body, and spirit. And I think that is really within your reach and very easy. I think that's good. And you gotta know I love you.